Sam Marin. Mr. Sam is what I'm called in the schools. And I'm here to introduce you to the guitar. This is the first of a series of video guitar classes, and the first thing you need to do is get a little bit familiar with guitar. You know, the guitar is a wonderful instrument. I'm living here in Western North Carolina in Yancey County, and Western North Carolina has a wonderfully deep and long tradition of guitar playing. There was a fellow up in near Boone, I think it's Watauga County, Doc Watson, and he's very famous. There's a lady down in Morganton. She played a song that was called Railroad Bill, and she's just an amazing guitar picker, Miss Etta Baker. And you know, both of those folks have passed on, but I want to pass on to, especially to young people, the traditions of playing the guitar. So we're going to take a look at the guitar first. Look at the different parts. You've got the body of the guitar here. You've got the neck of the guitar. You've got the head stock. You've got the tuning machines here. Of course, you've got the strings. You've got the frets on the neck. You've got the sound hole. You've got the strings and the pins that hold the strings in. You've got the bridge and the saddle. You've got the end pin that my strap is hooked to. You've got a front pin here. And of course you've got this is called the soundboard. The sound actually vibrates off of this and out that hole. You've got the back. This is called the pick guard. And I've got on my fingers right now what's called finger picks. And for this kind of music, or picks like this. Now, we're not actually going to use these kinds of picks in the class. We're going to either just use our thumb but mostly we're going to use a flat pick. Now, I keep them right up here on the top of my guitar. And we'll have a lot of fun. You know, we're going to start out with the very basics. And as we progress, we'll get a little more complex. But that's the guitar. I thought I'd tell you a little bit about myself. You know, I've lived down here in Yancey County about 20 years, since about 2001, I guess it was, when I actually moved down. Both my mom and my dad were guitar pickers, and I have just played most of my life. For the last 25 years or so, I have done a lot of programs in schools with music and storytelling, and it's a lot of fun. Now, to get started on your guitar, one of the first things you're going to need to do is get your guitar in tune. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the strings, because they're the ones you have to get in tune. I'm going to come up a little closer. You count from the bottom up. This is string number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, I'm going to be talking to you about, string number 1. Of course, that'll be this one. Then I might say string number 3. So you remember that. They've got numbers, but they've also got names. And I like to name my strings from the top. This is the E, is the 6th string. A is the 5th. D is the 4th. G is the 3rd. B is the 2nd. And E again for the 1st. And there's a funny little saying you can use to remember those. You can say, elephants always do grow big ears. E-A-D-G-B-E. Elephants always do grow big ears. And now, you can remember that. Now, if you've noticed, up here, whoops, bumped into the wall of my little studio here. Up here, I have got a little machine, and it is called a tuner. I'm going to turn it on. And this is just a little Fender tuner. And I'm going to make sure it says C. You can press the button various times. It'll say G. Let's see, let me make sure that's on. You can see that. There we go. B, V, U, C. C stands for chromatic. It means that it'll pick up every note. The other ones are for specific instruments. There is a G there for guitar, but I prefer to leave it on the C. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with our 6th string, which is called the low E. And I'm going to try to get things a little bit closer in here. Okay. It's a little bit, okay, I think you can see the whole thing now. But let's see, maybe if I put this, there you go. Now, with this kind of tuner, you want that tuner to say the note E and turn green. Now watch what happens if it's out of tune. Oh, it's blue. Now watch this. There. When it turns green, it says E. It's in tune. Elephants always, let's see, what would the next note be? Always starts with the letter A, so A. It says A, but there we go. Got to get it green. Aha, we got it. Elephants always do. Do starts with the letter what? D. That's right, but I'm going to just to show you, I'm going to go a little different. Come on, there you go. Elephants always do grow. What does grow start with? It starts with a G. There we go. Big for the next note. This is the 2nd string. Yep. You got it because it's green. And ears. E again. High E. Oops, I hit my B string. Come on now. There we go. Now, getting your guitar in tune will be a challenge. So take your time. And you need to be careful when you do it because you don't want to break a string. You don't want to turn the strings too tight. But take your time with your tuner. And again, make sure it's set on either C for chromatic, which means it'll pick up any note, or if it's G, that might work too. It'll probably work, but don't have it on any of those other letters like V, because that's for a violin, or B's for banjo, U's for ukulele. Anyway, that is an introduction to how to tune your guitar. That's about all we're going to do today. I'll do a little song for you here. One day, one day, one day, one day, I was walking along, and I met up with a man, and he taught me this song, about Long John, you can say Long Tall John, you say Long Tall John, he was long gone, like a turkey through the corn, like a turkey through the corn, like a turkey through the corn, like a turkey through the corn. That's probably the first song we're going to learn, and that's a call and response song. So when I say one day, you say back one day, but we'll get to that in a future lesson. And I'm going to say goodbye, and have fun, and take your time on that tuning, because you don't want to break a string. And eventually I will have a lesson on how to how to replace your strings. You have to pull out these pins down here and wind it here and there. But you know something, I've got one rule that I require all my students. And that rule is, you have to have fun. If you're not having fun, there's something wrong. So if you're not having fun, take a little break, get a drink of water, go out and play a little while, do something, cut back. But you want to have fun, because music is fun, and playing a guitar is a lot of fun. Bye-bye.